and welcome to the new episode of Astrological Interpretations. This is the Path of Stars. Hi, and welcome to the new episode in the series of Ascendant through Nakshatras. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, like, and share the video, since your support truly helps this channel grow and gives more motivation to create more content. And don't forget to write your thoughts and feedback in the comments so that we can all learn from each other. Today in this video, we'll explore the Ascendant in Swati Nakshatra, a placement that carries the grace of balance, independence, and the whispering winds of divine movement. First, let's take a look at the essence of Swati Nakshatra. Swati is the 15th constellation in the zodiac, spanning from 6 degrees and 40 minutes to 20 degrees of Libra, and remember, it's sidereal zodiac. Its symbol is the young sprout blown by the wind, and its ruling deity is Vayu, the god of air, the divine force of movement and freedom. The planetary ruler of Swati is Rahu, also known as the north node of the moon. Together, Libra's airy grace, Rahu's restless curiosity, and Vayu's divine breath create a nakshatra of independence, adaptability, and self-determination. We can call Swati as the independent one. It represents the wind that moves freely in all directions, invisible yet powerful, gentle yet unstoppable. It teaches the art of balance. How to bend without breaking, how to move yet remain centered. People strongly influenced by Swati often carry an aura of refinement, grace, and diplomacy. Yet beneath that soft exterior lies a fierce desire for freedom and authenticity. Swati people must learn how to stay rooted while flowing, how to find peace in their independence and harmony in their individuality. In this video, we focus on the Ascendant. The Ascendant, or Lagna, is the sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the moment of your birth. It shows the mask we show to the world, and it is how the people perceive us. It is the first impression we give and the way we navigate the material world. It is the lens through which life experiences reach us, the filter through which our inner planets express themselves outwardly. While the moon represents our emotional nature and the sun our soul's light, the Ascendant is the face our soul chooses to meet the world with. It describes our appearance, our character, approach to life, as well as the physical body and the overall energy others sense when they meet us. So, when the Ascendant falls in a particular nakshatra, it deeply colors the personality tone and expression. So, when the Ascendant falls in Swati Nakshatra, it means the person is the embodiment of the wind, graceful, intelligent, and ever in motion. Such people have a natural charm, often gentle-spoken yet persuasive. Their energy is refined, artistic, and socially aware. There's an aura of balance. They dislike extremes and seek fairness in all things. But beneath this calm surface lies a free spirit who values personal space, freedom, and autonomy above all. Such people need room to breathe, to explore, to express their individuality without confinement. Swati ascendants are often well-mannered, elegant, and diplomatic, yet can sometimes struggle with indecision. The wind changes direction often, and so do they. Still, they possess an inner strength that surfaces during adversity. Like bamboo bending in the wind, they may sway, but they rarely break. each astrological placement can have both positive as well as negative traits. To see on which side your chart or your astrological placement shifts, we need to see how afflicted it is. In this case, we need to see the ascendant. So if it's positive or afflicted, we need to consider the planets in the actual first house or the ascendant or aspecting it, the placement of the ascendant lord, in this case Venus, and very important, the placement and condition of the lord of this nakshatra, in this case Rahu. So if your Swati ascendant is active positively, then we could say you are like the wind dancer, the diplomat of change. Such people are like the wind dancer who move through life with poise and intelligence. They know how to bend without breaking, how to influence without controlling. We could say their strength is adaptability. They can enter any environment and bring balance, beauty, and new perspective. Like air, they are everywhere yet invisible, guiding conversations, smoothing conflicts, and inspiring others through calm strength. They represent the archetype of the ambassador, artist, or peacemaker, the one who turns difference into dialogue. At their highest vibration, Swati ascendants embody refined independence. They walk alone, yet never feel lonely, because they are in communion with everything that moves and breathes. Their mission is to teach freedom through grace, showing others that true power lies in flexibility and inner equilibrium. But when Swati ascendant is afflicted, then we can call such a person as the masked chameleon or manipulator. In such case, when Swati's airy balance collapses into instability, the wind loses direction. The same adaptability that once created harmony now becomes people-pleasing, inconsistency, and manipulation. The masked chameleon craves acceptance so deeply that they forget who they are. They mirror others' desires to stay liked and admired, using charm, intellect, or aesthetics as a shield. Behind the perfect smile may lie anxiety, emptiness, or quiet resentment. In relationships, they may avoid confrontation, twisting truth to preserve peace. In career, they may chase status or applause rather than purpose. Rahu's hunger turns their grace into ambition without grounding, and Venus's charm becomes a mask worn too long, one that eventually cracks under the weight of suppressed authenticity. At its core, this toxic archetype represents the fear of being unlovable without perfection. Healing begins when the chameleon learns that being real is more magnetic than being flawless, when they stop imitating the wind and becoming it, free, unseen, and true. So, when Rahu or Venus are afflicted, then Swati ascendants may become indecisive, scattered, or overly image conscious. They can lose themselves in the pursuit of perfection or validation. At times, they may use charm as a mask, like a chameleon, avoiding confrontation, hiding behind diplomacy instead of speaking their truth. There's also a tendency toward restlessness, vanity, and even escapism, especially when emotional balance is lost. Afflicted Swati may struggle with self-worth, seeking recognition through social approval rather than inner peace. However, these shadows are invitations, not curses. For Swati, every imbalance is simply the wind reminding them to find their center again. Since the ascendant also represents the physical body, it has implications on health as well. So, physically, Swati ascendants are usually slender, graceful and youthful with expressive eyes and elegant movements. They are ruled by the air element, so nervous energy and anxiety may sometimes affect their health, especially due to Rahu influence. They need grounding through breathing, meditation, especially spending time in nature is very, very beneficial to balance their restless minds. There can be some respiratory issues, skin sensitivities, or hormonal imbalances when they overwork or suppress emotions. Mentally, they are sensitive, curious, and introspective, but must guard against overthinking or comparing themselves to others, which altogether can even lead to escapist tendencies. The ascendant does not directly influence our career, which is more connected with other houses in the astrological chart, but even in career, our character and personality traits are also very important. So, in this regard, if we focus on career and purpose for Swati Ascendants, we can say that they excel in fields that require communication, diplomacy, or aesthetics. They are natural negotiators, counselors, artists, and entrepreneurs. Because Rahu rules this nakshatra, there is a karmic push toward the unconventional. So these natives often find success through foreign connections, technology, or innovative pursuits, also in the fields of luxury if we combine Venus and Rahu influence. They thrive when allowed to explore and build something of their own, often changing path multiple times before discovering their true calling. The influence of the wind gives them a restless curiosity. They are lifelong learners who seek mastery through experience. So, those born with Swati Ascendant are often self-made individuals, guided by an inner call to create their own path. They dislike confinement, routine, or rigid authority. Instead, they flourish when ideas can move freely, where innovation, dialogue, and self-expression are encouraged. Their ideal career is never just about a job. It's about a mission that allows them to grow, to breathe, and to share knowledge or beauty with others freely. If we take a look at some of the most suitable professions for Swati Ascendants, we can say that due to the fact that Swati sits in Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and its nakshatra lord is Rahu, the best professions combine creativity, diplomacy, intellect, and a touch of the unconventional. So, the very first is the communicators. Swati Ascendants are natural speakers, writers, counselors, teachers, diplomats, and mediators. They excel wherever words create harmony or understanding, from law and negotiation to public relations and psychology. Their voices often have a calming, persuasive quality. They can turn conflict into cooperation. Next field is the artists and designers. With Venus as their sign lord, many Swati natives gravitate toward art, fashion, beauty, design, or music. They have a fine sense of proportion and elegance. They instinctively know how to make things aesthetically pleasing. In modern times, this extends also to branding, media, and creative entrepreneurship. Next field is the entrepreneurs and free professionals. Because Rahu seeks independence and innovation, these natives rarely thrive under strict supervision. They prefer to be self-employed, freelancers, or leaders of their own ventures and projects. They often succeed in technology, marketing, trading, or cross-cultural projects, especially those involving foreign markets or digital platforms. And also, they're very good healers and guides. When spiritually evolved, Swati Ascendants channel their airy energy into healing, astrology, energy work, or holistic coaching. Their calm presence and gift for words can suit others. They become bridges between the visible and the invisible. Now, when the energy of Swati is imbalanced, or when Venus, Rahu, or the ascendant itself are afflicted, these individuals may drift between jobs, chasing novelty without purpose. They might struggle with commitment or focus, or they may use charm to mask dissatisfaction. Their challenge is to find one path that allows growth without losing consistency and freedom. Grounding practices and clear goals help them anchor the wind within, turning restlessness into mastery. Swati Ascendants are meant to be creators of their own destiny. They thrive when they can speak, create, negotiate, or inspire. Whatever path they choose, it must allow them to breathe freely, for the wind can never be owned, only guided by purpose. And now finally, let's look at the Swati Ascendant in love and relationships. When the Ascendant lies in Swati, love becomes a dance between closeness and freedom, a continuous rhythm of approach and retreat, of union and breath. These individuals love deeply but differently. They do not merge immediately, nor do they lose themselves easily. Their heart is ruled by air, not fire or water, but air. It moves gently, invisibly, and only where it can flow without pressure. In relationships, a Swati Ascendant seeks balance and equilibrium. They crave partnership but not possession. They are drawn to people who mirror their own refinement, those who are graceful, intelligent, and well-mannered. Love to them is an art form. It must have both beauty and respect, both connection and distance. They are polite lovers, considerate and sensitive to their partner's emotions. Their diplomacy and charm often make them easy to love, but not always easy to truly reach. They reveal themselves gradually, like wind playing through curtains. You feel them before you see them. Their ideal relationship allows for independence within intimacy, a safe space where both partners can grow. They truly dislike emotional chaos or possessive behavior. Such intensity suffocates them. Swati Ascendants need mental stimulation and shared ideals, not constant emotional drama. Yet beneath their calm exterior, there is often a deep craving for connection. When their inner balance is unsettled, they may chase relationships that temporarily fill the void, like partners who appear exciting, foreign, or mysterious, which is the influence of Rahu at play. What Swati Ascendants truly need from a partner is respect for freedom. Above all, they need someone who understands that love is not ownership. Give them space to breathe, and they will return with devotion. Try to cage them, and they will slowly drift away, politely, silently, but decisively. They also need emotional intelligence and grace. Their Libra foundation values tact and fairness. They feel uncomfortable around impulsive or harsh energy. A partner who speaks kindly and listens deeply will find a lifelong companion in them. They also need stability and grounding. The air element can scatter their focus. They need someone who can anchor them without weighing them down. An earth or water dominant partner often complements their restless winds. Swati Ascendants also need admiration and appreciation. They bloom when appreciated. They are often more fragile than they appear. So, subtle encouragement feeds their confidence and helps them reveal their true heart. and they also need intellectual and spiritual connection. Because Rahu rules Swati, these natives are drawn to unusual, progressive, or foreign partners. They need someone who can challenge their mind and explore life's mysteries with them. Now, when Swati Ascendant is afflicted, then the shadows come out in love, especially, for example, when Venus or Rahu are afflicted, the airy grace of Swati becomes a storm. The desire for freedom can turn into avoidance, diplomacy can become manipulation, and love transforms into a performance of control and illusion. A weak or afflicted ascendant lord or heavy malefic influence on the Lagna and first house can make these natives superficial in love. They may use charm to attract but struggle to sustain depth. There can be a fear of true vulnerability, so they intellectualize emotions instead of feeling them. At times, they may become people pleasers, molding themselves to fit others' expectations, losing their core identity just like a chameleon. This stems from the Libra-Rahu combination, a desire to be liked coupled with insecurity about self-worth. In extreme cases, relationships can become transactional, a stage for validation, social gain, or comfort rather than genuine affection. When Venus is weak, combust, or afflicted by malefics, Swati ascendants can fall into cycles of idealization and disappointment. They may romanticize partners, ignore red flags, or mistake attraction for love. Under pressure, they may become vain or self-indulgent, craving admiration instead of intimacy. They can also display passive-aggressive behavior, avoiding confrontation to maintain appearances, yet secretly resenting their partner for perceived imbalance. In the darkest expressions, an afflicted Venus in this case can make them emotionally manipulative, which means using affection, silence, or withdrawal as tools to control dynamics while maintaining the illusion of grace, so they can be prone to ghosting people. They might attract partners who are selfish, unfaithful, or exploitative, mirroring their own acknowledgement of vanity or need for validation when Swati Ascendant is afflicted. Also, when afflicted due to the Rahu's influence, which governs illusion, obsession, and desire, this influence can distort love. The Swati Ascendant may become restless, addicted to novelty, or drawn to taboo or unstable relationships. They chase excitement, mistaking intensity for connection. Such individuals, when afflicted, they may just love the chase, but once they get what they were after, all the excitement vanishes and they're used to ghost their partner. A recurring pattern is emotional inconsistency. Sudden attachment followed by withdrawal. They can ghost partners or remain emotionally unavailable while demanding attention. Some may use relationships as means of social advancement or escape from emptiness. There is often a karmic pattern of seduction and disillusionment. Love becomes a mirror through which they must confront their shadow, the fear of losing control, and the terror of true intimacy. Even when afflicted, the winds of Swati can be redirected toward growth. These souls must learn that freedom and intimacy are not opposites. They can coexist when rooted in truth. Their healing begins when they stop seeking balance through others and start cultivating balance within. When they accept that love requires vulnerability, not perfection, their charm transforms from a mask into genuine magnetism. At their highest expression, Swati ascendants become partners of light, fair, communicative, loyal, and deeply supportive. They teach others the sacred art of loving gently, to touch like the wind, softly but profoundly, leaving transformation in their wake. The ascendant in Swati Nakshatra is a journey toward inner balance and authentic freedom. These natives are here to learn how to flow gracefully through change, to move like the wind, free yet purposeful. The greatest strength lies in adaptability, charm, and spiritual mastery, the ability to see all sides, to create harmony, and to rise gracefully after every storm. When awakened, Swati Ascendants become peacemakers, visionaries, and artists of balance, those who teach others that true strength lies not in resistance, but in the art of surrender to life's divine movement. Thank you for listening to the end, and if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course, write your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.